Rylar, a young student from the technologically advanced planet of Zircon 5, shuddered as images of Earth flashed across the classroom holoscreen. Jagged ice-capped mountains, roiling oceans consumed by violent storms, and snarling creatures with impossibly large teeth filled his vision. A deep, ominous voice narrated the display, the infamous Deathworld, Earth. The Galactic Academy had a reputation for taking students on extraordinary field trips, but this? Earth was the stuff of nightmares. Its reputation preceded it: extreme weather, an astonishing array of lethal wildlife, and a staggeringly unpredictable environment. The very air was rumored to be toxic to many species. Yet, against all odds, Earth was home to a remarkably resilient species: humans. The transport vessel descended into Earth's atmosphere. Rylar and a group of fellow students from various star systems gasped as they got their first glimpses of the planet. Lush rainforests morphed into sprawling deserts and then into vast, frozen wastelands, all in the span of a few hours. Their first terrestrial excursion was a trek through the Amazon rainforest. Every vibrant flower and exotic bird seemed to hide a horrifying secret. Giant spiders with venom that could paralyze a full-grown adult lurked beneath leaves, snakes the length of a school bus blended seamlessly with vines, and swarms of flesh-eating insects filled the humid air. Next, it was the heart of the Australian outback. Relentless heat baked the red sand, and the students could feel the burn through the soles of their protective boots. Thirst gnawed at them as they learned that even tiny lizards possessed a venomous bite, and enormous, flightless birds could disembowel a careless traveler with a single kick of their clawed feet. The final leg of their journey led them to the frozen Arctic. Here, beneath shimmering auroras, the Deathworld bared its true teeth. Blizzards materialized from thin air, temperatures were brutal, and predators lurked beneath the deceptively beautiful ice: colossal bears with bone-crushing jaws and seals with the speed and agility of underwater missiles. It wasn't a creature or the weather that finally revealed the true reason behind Earth's terrifying designation. They were witness to a volcanic eruption. The ground trembled, not with the heavy footsteps of a predator, but with the groaning of the planet itself. Rylar, initially frozen in terror, was jolted into action by their human guide, Tanya. Move, she barked, her voice surprisingly steady amidst the mounting chaos. Tanya, hardened and scarred, directed the students with swift hand signals honed through years of facing Earth's temper. As the lava flow inched closer, its impossible heat blistering their faces, the students stumbled and panicked. Yet, through the haze of fear, Rylar saw Tanya's focus. She wasn't giving up. With a final, desperate burst of speed, they reached a ridge just as the volcano exploded in a shower of molten rock. From their vantage point, the students could only watch in awe and horror as the very landscape was resculpted before their eyes. It was the terrifying majesty of a world constantly in flux, a raw display of power that made Zircon 5's neatly regulated systems seem laughably tame in comparison. The eruption subsided, leaving behind a smoldering wasteland. The air, once choked with ash, began to cool, the lingering scent of sulfur stinging their nostrils. Rylar sagged to the ground, exhausted and shaken to his very core. He'd witnessed the potential for destruction lurking just beneath the surface of this deceptively vibrant world. Tanya knelt beside him, offering a canteen of water. "Not every day is this dramatic," she said with a wry grin. "Welcome to Earth." In the days that followed, the students aided with the relief efforts. Tanya, a whirlwind of efficiency, showed them how humans survived the aftermath of such disasters. They built emergency shelters, purified contaminated water, and learned the telltale signs of shifting ground that could signal another eruption. Witnessing the humans' resilience was a revelation. They mourned their losses, but amidst the devastation, their spirit remained unbroken. There was a camaraderie forged in shared hardship, a grim humor born from outsmarting death time and again. As Rylar's field trip drew to a close, it was no longer the planet's dangers that dominated his thoughts, but the strange, enduring beauty he found there. The very forces that made Earth so deadly also sculpted it into something hauntingly magnificent, a symphony of volatile creation. But more importantly, it was the humans that truly left their mark on him. Rylar had expected fear, perhaps despair, in the eyes of a species constantly teetering on the edge of extinction. He found something else entirely: an unyielding spark, a stubborn defiance against cosmic odds. His final presentation to the Galactic Academy was a stark departure from the initial tales of terror. It was a tribute. Images of Earth, both perilous and mesmerizing, danced across the holoscreen, accompanied by Rylar's newfound understanding. Humans weren't simply survivors on this death world, they were its ultimate creation, shaped by its relentless trials into something truly extraordinary. Back on Zircon 5, Rylar found everything dull. The perfectly regulated temperature, the meticulously groomed landscapes, the absolute predictability of each day. It all seemed so lifeless after the raw, vibrant chaos of Earth. His peers buzzed about the latest technological advancements, the social events of the season, but for Rylar, it felt like empty noise. Memories haunted him. The iridescent sheen of a venomous snake just before it struck, the heart-stopping roar of the avalanche that nearly wiped them out, the warmth of shared laughter with Tanya around a fire while Earth raged outside. He'd glimpsed something fundamental on that death world, a visceral connection to the precarious balance of life that his own sterile, controlled world lacked. One evening, Rylar wandered into a restricted zone of Zircon 5's botanical archives. He was drawn to the section containing specimens from extinct worlds, planets once teeming with life, eradicated by cosmic disaster or their own inhabitants' destructive folly. Touching a fossilized leaf from a world lost eons ago, he felt a pang he didn't expect, a sense of mourning for a vibrant ecosystem he'd never even known. His research became an obsession. Zircon 5 prided itself on its technological mastery, its ability to control and shape its environment, but Rylar was no longer so sure that was progress. He began to question the very foundations of his society. Was relentless control and the pursuit of absolute safety stripping away the very essence of what it meant to be alive? Rylar knew just talking about these ideas would get him labeled a radical, so he made a bold decision. He petitioned the Galactic Academy for a research grant. His proposal was unorthodox. He wanted to return to Earth, not as a wide-eyed student, but as an observer, to study the unique human relationship with their perilous planet. There were scoffs and raised antennae on the review committee. Some dismissed it as a youthful fascination that would soon fade. But others saw a glimmer of something important in Rylar's eyes, a spark ignited by his brush with the death world. The grant was approved, reluctantly. Rylar's return to Earth was not about cataloging dangers anymore. He wanted to understand, to peel back the layers of human resilience, and perhaps find an insight that might shake the comfortable complacency of his own world. The image of Earth, a defiant sapphire amidst the cold blackness of space, lingered in the minds of the young alien students. If you found Rylar's transformation and the stark beauty of Earth as captivating as we did, give this video a like and share it with other explorers fascinated by the cosmos. Let us know in the comments whether you'd dare venture to other death worlds harsher than Earth to witness the terrible wonders for yourself.